You might not remember Desiree Townsend, but what about the flu shot cheerleader, a 2009 media sensation and early viral meme?
This field was assigned with nothing going out too.
She claimed she'd been injured by a seasonal flu shot, that it caused a twisted, jerking walk that disappeared when she ran or went backwards. The anti-vaccine movement was struggling, but saw an opportunity and embraced her as its new poster girl.
That's Desiree?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Desiree's not going to talk to you.
But they disappeared when Desiree was outed as a supposed faker.
Were you faking it? Definitely not. Unfortunately, I know the symptoms look bizarre.
Now, 14 years later, she's speaking out for the first time since the ordeal, motivated by the rise in anti-vaxxers in a post-pandemic world, and hoping to warn others who might get caught up in what she calls the anti-vaccine PR machine.
In the end of the day, these people are just going to use you.
COVID-19 wasn't on anybody's minds in 2009, but the country was in the grips of a different pandemic.
We have an update tonight on the swine flu virus.
Swine flu outbreak.
Swine flu death.
While health officials encouraged the public to get an H1N1 vaccine, a group of activists, led by an actress, was doing the opposite.
Without a doubt in my mind, I believe vaccinations triggered Evan's autism. So I think they need to wake up and stop hurting our kids.
Those false theories about vaccines had been debunked, but Desiree's story was making the rounds.
It is one of the most talked about stories we've ever had on Inside Edition.
A pretty cheerleader ambassador for an NFL team, strangely disabled by a vaccine, was ratings gold. And Jenny McCarthy's organization, Generation Rescue, wanted to use it to bring attention to their cause. A crusade spreading the disproven theories that vaccines caused autism and that unconventional treatments could cure it.
I was young, I was 25, I needed help, and I just had these people come to me and said, well, we'll give you that help, but here's the cost. You have to believe what we believe.
Generation Rescue asked Desiree to star in an anti-vaccine documentary.
You need to sit up.
Come on, just for a second.
It was never made, but the footage was left with Desiree, who shared it with NBC News. They took her to Dr. Rashid Buttar, a controversial osteopath popular for his advertised miracle cures that could supposedly detox patients.
Everything's going to be better, that the world will be amazing.
The unconventional treatments seemed to alleviate her symptoms, at least initially.
You're a miracle worker.
Anti-vaccine activists claimed victory, and in the Generation Rescue footage, they strategized about Desiree's future, even calling her the next Jenny McCarthy.
She's going to be able to help a lot of people. She's going to be able to make a huge ruckus.
But back home, when the cameras were off, Desiree still felt sick.
When you have nothing left, no other option, of course you're going to turn to anybody who would come to you and say, we can help you. I just didn't realize what the cost of that help was.
We reached out to Jenny McCarthy for comment and didn't hear back. Former Generation Rescue president Stan Kurtz told us via text he's been, quote, out of this space for a long time and didn't respond to further questions. Dr. Rashid Buttar died in May. His family didn't respond to requests for comment. And according to her medical records, Desiree continued to seek treatment for her condition. But then a series of new reports cast doubt on her story. One from Inside Edition was most damning. It showed Desiree playing with her dogs, walking normally and driving.
We've been trying to reach you and you have not been returning our phone calls.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What's going on? It looks like you've made a complete recovery.
Well, I wouldn't say complete recovery. I still have a lot of cognitive issues.
With that, much of the country had decided, it seemed, that the whole thing had been a hoax, and Generation Rescue dropped her.
I want people to know that I did not fake an illness. I am not a scammer. I am not a hoaxer. I'm not anti-vaccine. I'm not a liar.
But by then, the impact of Desiree's story was out of her control. Doctors and public health officials at the time warned about the power of a story like Desiree's. Dr. Paul Offit, director of the Vaccine Education Center at Philadelphia's Children's Hospital, discussed one account of Mac's vaccine hesitancy in an interview with PBS.
I spoke recently at a high school near here. There were about 200 people in the audience, and I asked them how many had gotten the influenza vaccine, and about half raised their hands. Of the half that didn't raise their hands, they said they didn't get it because on YouTube they saw a Redskins cheerleader say that she had gotten the vaccine and had a so-called dystonic reaction.
Now, almost a decade and a half later, He says anti-vaxxers still use personal anecdotes to boost their claims, whether they're true or not.
We're humans. We're compelled by story. We're not so compelled by statistics. We're not so compelled by data. So if you do studies showing that the influenza vaccine doesn't cause what you're seeing with Desiree Jennings, that's not nearly as powerful as her saying that it did.
And Desiree, pulled into the whirlwind back then, now regrets her impact.
If I caused anyone to not receive a vaccine or put their children at risk or themselves at risk, yes, I do feel an immense amount of guilt for that, but I really hope and pray that that didn't happen.
Desiree says her moment in the anti-vaccine spotlight has cost her jobs, relationships, and her reputation. And she no longer believes a vaccine is what caused her health problems.
I think I was already showing symptoms of this autoimmune disease. It's just that all of these variables came together in a perfect storm, and the timing looked like it was a vaccine, but it was not. It was correlation, not causation.
Desiree turned towards science. She graduated in 2019 from the University of California, Irvine, with a bachelor's degree in biochemistry and molecular biology. When the COVID vaccine became available, she took it, and a booster. But the COVID pandemic brought out hundreds of other people like Desiree, posting unverified accounts of strange reactions attributed, they said, to the vaccines. Generation Rescue shut down in 2019, but new leaders and organizations took its place, this time stoking fears over COVID vaccines. Now, Desiree hopes she can set the record straight on vaccines and warn others from joining the anti-vaccine movement. What would you say to people who get wrapped in to this industry?
I would tell them to run, because they're never going to benefit from that. You're going to be used.
Brandy Zadrozny, NBC News.
It really is a fascinating story when you consider the environment today that we're in. You can read more about this on NBCnews.com. You can see the headline right there on your screen. Still ahead, folks in Greece baking through a stifling heat wave right now. Their creative solution for their furry friends, that's later in the Global. And disaster averted at the Boston airport. Just how close two planes came to catastrophe. That's next.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.